Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Chester Racecourse here on Wednesday. It is May the 9th, 2018. Gonna look at all the races on today's program from Chester, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. One of my favorite meetings of the year is this Chester meeting in May. It's always been good. It's always bring some good luck for me, and hopefully I could give you out some more winners this year. So it's a great 7-race card. Let's get on to it. Starting off with the first race, the 150. The 150, it's a Stellar Group Lily Agnes Condition Stakes, Class 2 Conditions race, going for a purse of $34,000. That's in the American currency, so don't get confused. This race is for 2-year-olds only. Field of 11 horses, but where you have one withdrawn or scratch. The 9-horse Light My Fire, who would have been my top selection, is scratched, so we're down to a field of 10, going to 1,000 meter trip or 5 furlongs on the turf course. Top selection here, like I said, would have been Light My Fire, the 9-horse, but now it's going to be the 8-horse Lady Prancelot. I'm going to go 8-2 in the forecast or the exacta. 8-2 forecast exacta. Top pick number 8, Lady Prancelot, 6-1, 2-year-old filly by Sir Prancelot. Gets Egan up in the saddle for David Evans. Force's most recent outing came on the 29th of April. He came at Salisbury, 5 furlongs of very heavy ground in a Phillies Conditions race Class 3 event. Horse finished third by 1 3/4 lengths that day. Quickened up a little bit on the front end. Wasn't a bad outing, but today you're going to see a lot drier ground, and I think with the dry ground, this horse should run a little bit better. That ground was almost waterlogged. It was waterlogged at the 7 furlong pole that afternoon at Salisbury. Before that, this horse ran the all-weather at Chelmsford, 12th of April, 5 furlongs in a Class 5 novice auction. Horse won by 1 3/4 lengths, 50 cents to the dollar. Stepped down class. This horse quickened up nicely and had a very nice victory, and then had a very nice race at Linkfield earlier in April, 5 furlongs in a Class 5 novice auction. This horse finished second by nose, just missed at the end, but he ran his heart out. A little bit screwed by the outside post draw here today, but I do think this horse has the speed to overcome it. Watch out for this here at 8-1. So to recap my bets for the first from Chester, the 150, gonna go with the 8-horse Lady Prancelot, gonna go to 8-2 in the forecast or the exacta. So now let's get on to race number 2, the 225 from Chester. The 225, it's the Arkle Finance Cheshire Oaks. It's a Phillies listed stakes for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $102,500. This race is for 3-year-old fillies only. Field of 10 horses, going the 2,200 meter trip or 1 mile and 3/8 on the Chester turf course. My top selection in this race, I like the number 7 horse here, Magic Wand. Gonna go 7-1-2 in the tricast of the trifecta. 7-1-2 tricast trifecta. Top pick number 7, Magic Wand. 10-1 here. Coolmore owned. Rydemore gets the leg up for Aidan O'Brien. Trains this 3-year-old filly by Galileo. This horse is still a maiden, but I like her running style being a little bit closer to the pace on this race course. The Coolmore group has the favorite in here, the 2-horse Dramatically, who I think is a very beatable favorite. Her running style does not suit this race course. She comes from far behind. This horse, Magic Wand, comes up from quite close to the pace, or even inside the pace, which you need on this race course. You don't want to be drawn outside, and you don't want to be a closer. You want to be on the pace from the inside, and this horse has it. But this horse's last race coming 16th of April. I came at Leopardstown in heavy ground, Mount Quarter in Philly's main race. Horse finished third by 6.5 lengths, was just a little bit too wide that day, and just couldn't get that good closing kick at the end. It was the horse's first start off the layoffs, and maybe he needed a race. Before that, 22nd of October at Leopardstown, soft ground, 1 mile Phillies main race. Horse finished 7th by 14 lengths. Again, didn't have the best trips that day, never got going, but I think coming here, longer distance, good post draw, getting Rydemore up, I think this horse could maybe upset here at 10-1. Very often, you don't see that a lot, Rydemore and Coolmore at 10-1, but this race, he should really do well. Like I said, the other Coolmore horse in this race is very beatable at 5-2, and I cannot stress that enough. He's the most votable favorite in the world today. So watch out for this Magic Wand to upset. So to recap my bets for the second, the 225 from Chester, it's the Cheshire Oaks. Going to go with the 7-horse Magic Wand. I'm going to go 7-1-2 in the tricast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 3, the 3 o'clock. The 3 o'clock, it's the Boodles Diamond Handicap, Class 2 Handicap, going for a purse of $47,500. It's for 3-year-olds only, rated 86 to 105. Field of 10 horses, going the 1,000 meter trip or 5 furlongs on the Chester turf course. Top selection in this race, I like the number 4 horse, Formidable Kit. I'm going to go 416 on the TriCast of the trifecta. 416 TriCast trifecta. Top pick number 4, Formidable Kit. Richard Kingscote is on this Tom Descombe train, 3-0 filly by Invisible Spirit. This horse is making her first start of the year. Her most recent outing came on the 3rd of September in France at Chantilly. 5 furlongs in the Group 3 Prix de Arnberg Stakes. Horse finished 7th by 4 1/4 lengths that day and never really got going on that very, very soft ground. The ground was almost soft to heavy, and he just really couldn't get a piece of it. It just wasn't his day to win, and plus it was a quite tough Group 3 race. Before that, 7th of July at Sandown, 5 furlongs in Class 1 listed stakes. Horse finished 4th by 6.5 lengths. Just kind of weakened out of it in the final few strides of the race, but, other than that, ran okay. Like I said, wasn't the best race, wasn't the worst race. And then the race before you could throw out, that came at Royal Ascot in the Group 2 Queen Mary. Horse finished 16th by 7 lengths. Never really got into it, just wasn't his horse's day to win. Horse's only victory came at the Craven meeting in 2017 in the Class 4 Maidens Filly race. Horse won by a half length, quickened up nicely, had a very easy victory. I think coming back here to this race course, this horse has some good front end speed. Off the break, I think this horse could run well. 7-2, watch out. So to recount my best for the third from Chester, the 3 o'clock, gonna go with the 4 horse Formidable Kit. I'm gonna go 416 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 4, the 335 from Chester. The 335, it's the Group 3 Chester Vase Stakes. It's a Group 3 race for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $136,500. It's for 3-year-old Colton Geldings only. Field of 10 horses going the distance of ground of 2,400 meters or a 1 mile and 1/2 on the turf course. Top selection in this race, I like the number 5 horse, Isoplini. Pardon me if I've mispronounced the name wrong. Sorry, I do that all the time. I'm going to go 549 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 549 TriCast trifecta. Top pick number 5, Ispolini. William Buick is on this Charlie Appleby trained 3-year-old colt by Dubois. This horse's most recent outing came on the 27th of April. It came at Sandown on yielding ground, a mile and a quarter in the Group 3 Classic Trial. He had a very good second place finish by a nose behind Savannah Star. This horse just missed at the end. Gave Savannah Star a run for the money that day. This horse just missed, but it was a very respectable comeback race. I think coming back here with a good front end fashion this horse has, I really think this horse could run a big one. Before that 29th of November at Kempton on the all-weather monoquarter Class 5 main race, horse won by 2 lengths, had a wide poster, which is not ideal there, but this horse got into a good closing kick at the end, and he got it. A very nice victory for this horse. And then before that, on the 1st November at Nottingham, 1 mile, 70 yards in a Class 4 maiden race. Horse finished 4th by 4 lengths that day. Didn't have the best of starts that day. A little traffic trouble, a little mistakes by him, and he really couldn't get going that day. It just wasn't his day to win, but he's been a much improved horse since then, and I really think he should run a big race here today. So watch out for him at 5-1. So to recount my bets for the 4th race from Chester, it's the 335. It's the Group 3 Chester Vase Stakes. Gonna go with the number 5 horse. I'm gonna go 549 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 5, the 405 from Chester. The 405, it's the Deep Bridge Capital Maiden Stakes. Class 3 maiden race going for a purse of $27,500. It's for maidens 3-year-olds here. Field of 10 horses going the 2,000-meter trip or 1 mile and 1/4 on the turf course. Top selection in this race, I like the 1 horse Argentello. I'm going to go 159 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 159 TriCast trifecta. Top pick number 1, Argentello, 2-1. Frankie Dettori's on this John Gosden trained 3-year-old colt by Intello. This horse has had 2 starts in her career. Both those starts have come in 2018. Most recent one came out on the 19th of April at Newmarket during the Craven meeting. Monoquarter Class 4 novice race. Horse finished 3rd by 7 lengths that day. Just couldn't get that good closing kick at the end. The closers got to this horse, just really couldn't keep up with them. But it was an improvement, a little bit of improvement off her start before. At Doncaster, March 24th, the opening meeting, mile and a quarter, Class 5 main race. Horse finished 2nd by 3/4 length. He got 2nd, but he was closing up a little bit at the end, but it wasn't a very impressive race. I think the next start was a little bit more better of a race. He just never was really into it that day. I think coming here, again, like you want with a lot of horses running at Chester, you want a good front-end fashion kind of horse. This horse definitely has it here. Gets Frankie Dettori and John Gosden. They're a good duo here, and they team up to a lot of victories, especially here at Chester. So watch out for this horse to run big one here today. Something to keep in mind, a little side note, while doing some research for this Chester meeting, the horse who has the mile and a quarter track record here is a horse by the name of Deauville, who set it last year in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Deauville was actually supposed to run in for Ian O'Brien in the Turf Classic here in America on Saturday, but he was withdrawn because of the torrential rains. He likes firm ground, but that's a shame because I think if the ground was firm, I think he would have run a great race if he ran, but fortunately didn't. But that was a little side note. But to recap my bets for the fifth now, the 405 from Chester, it's Deep Ridge Capital Maiden Stakes. Gonna go with the one horse Argentello. I'm gonna go 159 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 6, the 435. The 435, it is the Eversheds Sutherland Handicap, Class 3 Handicap, going for a purse of $27,500. It's for 3-year-olds only, rated 76 to 90. Field of 14 horses going the 1,200 meter trip or 6 furlongs on the turf course. Top selection in this race, I like number 4 horse, Mr. Top Hat. I'm going to go 4-1-13 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 4-1-13 TriCast trifecta. A little bit of a long shot play here. I would use the one horse Neola on a little small each way wager. He's 15 to 1, and I think you can maybe get a piece of it. But the only problem with him here is a little bit of high weight and wide post draw. But if he had a lower inside post draw, he would have a little better of a chance, but just in case, I might do a small each way wager if his odds are nice. But my top selection here, the 4 horse Mr. Top Hat, PJ McDonald's on this one for David Evans, 3 gelding by Helmets. A horse's most recent outing came out on 20th of April. It came at Newbury on yielding ground, 7 furlongs, Class 2 handicap. Horse finished 4th by 5 lengths. A little bit of a wide post draw, and it took a lot for this horse to get going at the end. I think he needed the race. It was his first start since 20th of October. That came at Newbury on soft ground, 6 furlong Class 3 handicap. He finished second by 1 1/4 lengths. Again, he closed up well. He just missed at the end, but it was a respectable race. And then Salisbury, 4th of October of last year, 6 furlongs, heavy ground on Class 2 conditions race. Horse won by a head. It was a very easy victory against this horse, against subpar horses. He just won very nicely. I liked him a lot here today. A little bit of a drier ground should really help this one. Second off the layoff, good post draw. Watch out for him. So to recap my bets for the 6, the 435 from Chester. I'm going to go with the 4 horse Mr. Top Hat. I'm going to go 4-1-13 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 7, the 505, the final race on Wednesday's card from Chester. The 7th race, 505, it's the Greenhouse Handicap. Class 4 handicap, going for a purse of $19,000. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards, rated 71 to 85. Field of 14 horses going the 1,400 meter trip, or about 7 furlongs on the grass. Top selection in this race, I like the 5 horse, the Feathered Nest. Gonna go 5-3-9 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 5-3-9 TriCast trifecta. Top pick number 5, the Feathered Nest. Paul Hannigan is on this Richard Fahey trained 4-year-old filly by Dragon's Pulse. Horse's most recent outing hasn't started since the 16th of December. That came at Wolverhampton, 7 furlongs in Class 4 handicap. Horse finished 7th by 2 1/4 lengths. It was just a little bit too wide that day. Really never got going. Wide around the turn. It just wasn't this horse's day to win. 2 months earlier on the 6th of October at Ascot, 6 furlongs Class 2 conditions race, Class 2 handicap, excuse me. This horse finished 9th by 4 lengths. Weakened out of in the final few strides of the race. Just couldn't keep up with those tougher horses. And then 29th of July at Newmarket, 6 furlongs Class 2 handicap. Horse won by neck. Quickened up nicely. Had very low weight of 106 pounds, which is very low. But, with a low weight, this horse quickened up nicely. Had a very easy victory. And then before that, Pontefract, 6 furlongs Class 3 fillies handicap. Horse finished 3rd by a half length. It was a little bit of an all-out finish, and this horse just couldn't get that good kick at the end, but he ran his heart out again that day. I like this horse coming back to turf here today in a little lesser quality spot. I think he should run a big one. Watch out for him here today. So to recap my bets for the 7th, the 505 from Chester, it's the Greenhouse Handicap. Gonna go with the 5 horse, the Feathered Nest. Gonna go 5-3-9 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And join me all this week for more Chester preview here on YouTube. And also, if you're interested in good racing in America this week, this Saturday is a great card here in New York at Belmont. Some good turf races. So join me here on YouTube for previews of the Man of War from Belmont. Good luck, everyone.